Today's playlist is called This is Halfoween. It is a creative spooktacular hosted by Tracy Vanover Designs and the Holiday Workshop. Thanks so much to Tracy and Martina for hosting today. Be sure and check out their channels in the description box below along with the playlist. I'll be creating 2 DIYs for you today. The first one is using these little houses from Dollar Tree and these little tulips from the spring section that I got on clearance at Dollar General. Now these houses and beads are held together by this metal rod. I thought they were just glued together, but they are not. So if you just give them a twist, they will pull off of that rod. Once I got everything removed, I'm going to sand away the glue on the sides of 3 of those houses. I'll be giving the houses about 3 coats of this black chalk paint from Dollar General. I do like the paint, but it is a little bit thin, so it did take about 3 coats. And in hindsight, I would have used, for the next part, I would have used the back of these houses. You can still kind of see the letters through the paint, but once I finish with it, it's really not noticeable. While the houses dry, I'm going to be taking apart this little beaded flower garland. Going to be using 2 of the flowers, and we're going to turn them upside down so they look like little ghosts. So I'm going to be painting these with 2 coats of white chalk paint. It was at this point where I decided to go ahead and fill the holes on the 2 outside houses. So I went ahead and filled that in with some plastic wood and then sanded it down once it was dry and then painted over it. Now we're going to be gluing everything together. This is a piece from a floral stem that I'm going to be using. I just stuck it down into my Titebond Quick and Thick just to cover it with glue, and I'm going to be putting it through that center house right now. Next, I added 2 black beads to either side of the house because the way the little ghost is shaped, I needed to fill in that space. So I'm adding those, and then I'll go ahead and add the ghosts. And finally, I'll add the last 2 black beads and the other 2 houses. The glue was a bit messy, but it does dry clear, and I did go back and touch up that ghost where I got some black paint on him. I'm using some IOD stamps and a white ink pad to stamp the word boo on the front of these houses. Now I'm going to give these little ghosts a little bit of personality with some eyes and a mouth. I think they turned out so cute, and I'm so glad I didn't have to wait till October to make this DIY. The second project is going to be some mummy bowl fillers. So I'm using some of these dryer balls and some strips of a flour sack towel. I just cut them in strips. I'm trying not to glue directly to the dryer balls because I may actually want to use these again at some point. So I am just hot gluing to the fabric and just wrapping it around in a mummy-like fashion, but I am going to leave a spot for his little eyes. I did this for all 3 balls, and then I added some little black button eyes. 3. Friendly Little Mummies. If you like either one of these, please give me a thumbs up and be sure and check out the playlist below for a lot of other fun Halloween inspiration. After all, we're halfway there. I'm going to leave another video right here that I think you might like. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to share the chic. Bye now.